Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Auction Not Included. This is episode 96. In the last episode, I started this long ladder, which may seem very pointless, and in hindsight probably is. My idea being, all this extra overpressured carbon dioxide will actually have, eventually, an opening to the vacuum of space, which means it can very slowly depressure. It'll take ages, it'll never be all of it, but it does mean I can have that pressure fixing without having to use a pump and therefore saving some power. On the subject of power, on a user suggestion, I popped over here. Absurdities just came back, so it'll be a while before we can go again. But there were pug slugs on the map here, and I've forgotten where they are now. They're there. So, when they're here and sleeping, I see I have these in the wrong spot. You're in the right spot, though. So yeah, we are now passively generating some power off of this slug. It is clearly not enough to run this full-time, but it was able to run at least a little bit there, completely and utterly passively. So that is very cool. I never even noticed we had slicksters in here, so I guess we're getting extra oil for free. So that's also cool. Didn't even notice that. But yeah. So that is where we are. How are my sleets doing here? Oh, they're getting there. Hopefully we catch them so we can actually, plant them. That would be helpful. I should make sure nobody's set to actually eat them, right? Problem is they may default to on. Because when you don't have any, you can't set them. Yeah, I'll also have to keep an eye on it. Hopefully they don't waste them. And hopefully we actually get functional grub fruit this time, instead of just the spindly ones. But now that these guys have full access to all of these, hopefully we actually get real fruit this time. Grub. That's hilarious. Anyway. But yeah, hopefully that gets us at least some grub fruits. Because that was the other option for food, of course. Apparently we're having a ceiling collapse somewhere. Oh, yeah, no, that's totally fine. We expect that because we're digging that out. But yeah, we had berry sludge as one option, and what was the other one? Preserve, yeah. The grub fruit preserve as the other option. This one does still spoil, it just takes ages, which is why I would prefer the berry sludge, but who knows? Anyway, the idea being we're going to have options, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So these just take so long that even though this is at like 80-odd%, I think it's still, yeah, it's still nearly 10 days away. That was even further. So it's going to be a while. I think we're going to get the grubs going way before. Are any of them actually close? You're at 78, that's not bad. But even still, that's still 4 more days, so yeah, that's going to be a while. Well, that's fine, that gives us time to build my pointless ladder project. So, good times. I do wonder though if I should make this too wide. Basically just dig some of this out. I think I'm gonna. So make it too wide the entire way. guess that one there is pointless. Because this whole section already is, but... I'll just make it, give it a little bit more room for airflow. Yeah, why not? Why not? I don't even know if that's going to work, because technically, like, being such a dense gas, it's going to be very unhappy about floating upwards, except for drastic pressure changes, but this is really high pressure, so that's why I think it'll work, but if it won't, then so be it. But hopefully it will actually work. Yeah, you don't think you need that. Okay. Alright, I'll be back. And we're back. Nothing really jumped out at me, so I'm just going to grab some algae. It's always useful. You can never have enough algae. We have lots. We're not in anything even remotely resembling a danger zone, but you can never have too much of it, so... You ready to push again? Sure you are. Oops, I did. Well, I guess your spacesuit saved you, but yes, I think I just blasted Nicola there. Oopsies. Whoopsies. Alright, you're up to range 8, so 4 and back. Well, that could get you to there. So we could go and see about getting that. So yeah, so if we take this cartographic module off for a minute and swap it out for the... where did it go? The artifact transport module. That will be fine. You still have the... It's the crummy food, but... As long as at least some of it is still in decent condition at the time you go, then that'll be fine. Air pressure is still pretty good. Outhouse is fine, so yeah, you could theoretically go pretty much whenever. Yeah, it looks like that has been built. Okay. So yeah, so let's pop out here and grab that. And let's see what that gets. I don't know if you have how long you have to stay there, like if it basically just show up and then instantly turn around, or whether you have to stay there for a bit, but either way, let's have an artifact. Because that sounds like fun. That's only going to take you a day to get there. That's not bad at all. Cool. Very neat. I just wonder if those artifacts are the same as... Like the artifacts we already found, like for example, you know, this airplane, right? If it's just these little decor things, or if these artifacts are something else that are more interesting. I don't know. I've never had a space artifact before, because I never went out into space that much when I was playing before. I'm not sure if I even went at all. Did I ever even go into space? I don't know. Certainly wasn't much, because that was way before the spaced out content even existed, let alone whether I had it or not, so... So even if I made a rocket, which I don't think I ever did, it certainly wouldn't have done much. So, this is all new to me, and it's kind of neat. If it's basically instant, then in future I'll know that I can do a return trip order. But I don't know, so for this one I'm definitely not going to do that, because I really don't know. But we will find out, and that will be fun. Suppose what I could do, I could put an airlock here with automation to a pressure sensor down here. Do I want to get that fancy? Then I would never have to worry about losing too much pressure, although I think this is going to get so little pressure out it may not even matter, but so that may be totally pointless, but I guess we'll see how fast it actually drains. But I don't think it's going to drain very fast at all. I think it's going to be hideously slow. Is my guess anyway, but we will find out. The top section's completely done, so it's just this middle section that we're waiting on, because the bottom's already done as well. Okay. And yes, while we're at it, I completely forgot, but yeah, we absolutely should be getting more data banks, why not? So you have arrived. You have collected it. Apparently, artifacts recharge? That's quite interesting. And yes, it's an office mug. There was a mug out in space, and somehow we saw it through a telescope. So either this is a way bigger mug, or that telescope is fantastic. But either way, it does appear to be basically instant, so we can absolutely send you back home. Okay. So that was a neat little trip. I don't know that that was really worth going just for an office mug, but hey, you know, any excuse to talk about coffee, right? Works for me. How are the fruits coming? 90%, okay. And I do have you set to auto harvest, yes. Okay. Okay. So they... Oh, I see. So the grub, they do the same job, but the grub is like 10 times better at it than the Sweetle. Okay. So if anything, it's these guys I'm more interested in, but still. I guess as long as either of them are doing it, it doesn't really matter, as long as things are happening. Half a day, okay. So you should get back somewhere around here. Okay. Yeah, we've lost a lot of liquid up here, but I suppose we're not super worried about it. If it comes down to it, I guess I could mop it up, but it really doesn't seem that relevant to me. Having said that, our water levels are not spectacular. The fact that this thing is probably off for a while may have something to do with that. Why do I not see my pipe here? I had it rebuilt at a granite, but it doesn't look like they ever actually connected it. You dummies. And why do you not think... Okay. I think I'm going to do the whole thing here at a granite and then redo it, but clearly this thing doesn't understand that that has to be a loop. Okay, let's grab something here. Actually, glass is perfect. We'll want that for the solar panels on the asteroid anyway, so that's totally fine. You are back any second now, right? Yes. How's that for timing? Awesome. Okay, so I guess I tell you to do a remove, that just drops it. And then I guess I move that down here somewhere where I can actually find it. In fact, it says it's entombed. I wonder, do I have to do something with it? Maybe I need one of these. It's a very large building, isn't it? Right. Find a spot for it. How about over here? Seems as good a spot as any. Actually, that's going to be... it doesn't matter, I suppose. Yeah, this'll do. Yeah, because clearly it's entombed in what I'm assuming is the neutronium. Doesn't actually say, but I'm assuming... Oh, you could even get vacillator charges out of it. That's really neat. Okay, yeah, there it tells me right there. Artifact analysis station. I was right. You do need one of these. Okay. Neat. So even at a granite, you still break a lot, huh? So, how do I get around that? Because if I make these radiant pipes instead of insulated, then the warmth that's here will be more useful, right? Yeah, I think maybe we'll try that. Or even just normal pipes. I guess it doesn't even have to be radiant necessarily. Even just normal pipes probably is fine. Maybe just from there on. Yeah, let's try that. See if that does it. Yeah, because the brine coming in is... Well, somehow the water it's producing is colder than the brine coming in, and that doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? How does that work? How does a heat-generating machine produce colder equipment? I clearly am missing something, but anyway. Yeah, some of this brine is still crazy cold from its time sitting in the pipe here. So maybe 15 degrees still isn't enough, right? Alright, let's wait till you're 20. You're gonna be quite a while before we get any brine out, but we'll try it. That's all we can do, right? Yes, that's all we can do. Meanwhile, how are we doing here? Very close to done. Okay. Now, this battery... Yeah, you only govern the coal, so I want to make sure it runs absolutely last. So I want you to kick on. Much, much, much later. And shut off noticeably sooner. So you'll be off, but you're still on, and I think that's what we're gonna want, just to save coal more than anything. Well, apparently we dug out some bleach stone. How quaint, anyway. About 12 more ladders to build, and then a little bit of digging, and then this crazy oxygen or carbon dioxide pressure experiment will be ready to start. So I will put an airlock. I don't think I'm going to automate it, but I think I will at least have it be an airlock so I can at least control whether it's open or not. But again, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think this is going to put anywhere near enough pressure out for it to be relevant at all. But we shall see. I'm not overly worried about the seeds. But I do want to know when they show up. Now, we actually are showing that we have some grub fruit. Excellent. Okay. So that means... Where's my grill here? Yeah, so you'll be able to make preserve as soon as they bring that over. Which you absolutely should allow. I guess, yeah, you can store the sleet meat here, I suppose, although we're going to be using it immediately, but... There we go. Beautiful. It's a very awkward trip. But it exists now, so... Which technically means I should now be allowed to tell you that you get grub fruit preserve. No, you still don't officially know what it is yet. Okay. Never mind. Guess because they haven't actually cooked it yet. I don't see the non... am I blind here? I see the spindly ones. I don't see the, the actual one. Yeah, it doesn't show that it's here. Did we not just watch that get carried away? Fascinating. And you're definitely showing it as gone. Did somebody eat it? That will really annoy me if that's the case. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the spiny stuff you can eat, I don't care about that, but the real ones I absolutely do not want eaten. Yeah, I'll bet somebody ate it. I don't know who, but I bet somebody ate it. That is really annoying. Okay. Alright, well, that's fine. We'll just have to wait for the next one then, I guess, but... can't be helped, I suppose. But anyway, it's the sleet weed I'm more interested in anyway. Just getting very close now. Yeah, it really sucks that you can't even just, like, select it, even though, you know, it's not going to arrive, because obviously you don't have one. But the fact you can't even, you know, queue it up. Quite annoying. Anyway. Skull, did you say? Well, I mean, I guess it's a little bit warm. I would hardly call that screamingly hot, but I will take your word for it. Either way, though, that appears to be completely done. Well, I guess there's a few squares here, but that should not take them very long at all. Alright. Let us find something. I'll be back. And again, I didn't see anything really jump out at me, so I'll just grab some more algae. It's the first thing that was even remotely useful that showed up. That'll be fine. So I'm going to finish these last 3 squares for me. Maybe? No? Nobody wants to? Okay. Oh yeah, we lost a ton of water down here. You'll be fine. And now that that's done, you shouldn't need to be out here anymore anyway, so... that's totally fine. Okay. Alright, well there we go. So I think we're going to leave things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.